This is Max and Mia Podcast.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Max and Mia Podcast.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mia, and this is Max. We're super excited to have you with us today for another fun episode.
That's right. Today we're talking about something we all think about every single day, the future. Specifically, we're going to explore the question, what will you do tomorrow?
Exactly. And while we chat about tomorrow's plans, we'll be practicing two really important grammar structures, will and going to. These are essential for talking about future actions and plans.
Whether you're planning a busy day at work, a relaxing weekend, or an exciting adventure, knowing how to express your future plans clearly is super useful in everyday conversations.
So grab your coffee, tea, or whatever you're drinking, get comfortable, and let's dive into today's topic.
Before we jump into our conversation, let's do a quick review of when to use will and going to.
Great idea. So we use going to when we have a plan or intention, something we've already decided or thought about before. For example, you might say, I'm going to visit my grandmother this weekend because you already made this plan earlier.
Or she's going to study medicine next year. This decision was made before, right? And we use will for spontaneous decisions, things we decide at the moment of speaking or for predictions and promises.
Exactly. So if someone asks what you'll do tomorrow and you suddenly think, oh, it's raining, I'll take an umbrella, that's a spontaneous decision with will.
Right. Or if you want to make a promise, you could say, don't worry, I'll help you with that project.
And for predictions, we might say, I think it will be sunny tomorrow when we're just guessing about the weather. Remember, both structures are correct for future actions, but they give slightly different meanings. The key is understanding the speaker's intention.
Now, let's listen to our first conversation. We have two friends, Sarah and Tom, chatting about their weekend plans. Pay attention to how they use will and going to naturally in their conversation.
That's right. Remember, they won't use these structures in every sentence. That would sound very unnatural. Instead, listen for how they mix them with regular present and past tenses to create a flowing, realistic conversation.
Hey, Tom! Any exciting plans for tomorrow? It's Saturday after all.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to sleep in first. No alarm clock for me. I've been working late all week, so I really need the rest.
That sounds perfect. I wish I could do the same, but I promised my sister I'd help her move some furniture in the morning.
That's nice of you. Moving is always such a hassle. Will it take long?
Probably just a couple of hours. She's only moving some stuff from her old bedroom to the new apartment. After that, though, I'm completely free.
Great. So what are you thinking of doing with the rest of your day?
Well, I'm gonna meet my cousin at the shopping center around 2 p.m. We haven't seen each other in ages. But honestly, I'm not sure what we'll do there. Maybe just walk around, grab some coffee?
Shopping centers are perfect for catching up. Oh, wait, I just remembered something. My mom called yesterday and said she's going to cook a big family dinner tomorrow night. She's making her famous lasagna.
That sounds delicious. I love home-cooked meals. My family never really does big dinners like that.
You should come. I'm sure my mom won't mind. She always makes way too much food anyway.
Really? That's so sweet of you to invite me. But I don't want to intrude on family time.
Don't be silly. You're practically family at this point. I'll text my mom right now and ask her.
Okay, if you're sure. That would be amazing, actually. What time does dinner usually start?
Around 6 p.m.? But knowing my family, we'll probably end up chatting until 10 or 11. My dad always tells those long stories about his work adventures.
I love hearing people's stories. But wait, what about the afternoon? After I finish with my cousin, I mean.
Well, I was thinking of going to the park to play some basketball with the guys from work. Want to join us? We could use another player.
Basketball? I haven't played in years. I'll probably be terrible at it.
Come on, it'll be fun. We're not professionals or anything. It's just a friendly game. Plus, the weather forecast says it's going to be sunny and warm.
All right, you convinced me. I'll bring some water bottles for everyone. What time are you meeting them?
Around 3:30, I think. But let me check with the group chat. Yeah, 3:30 at the main court.
Perfect. That gives me time to finish up with my cousin and maybe grab a quick snack before the game.
Excellent. Oh, and I almost forgot. After basketball, we usually go to that ice cream place nearby. Their chocolate chip flavor is incredible.
Now you're speaking my language. I'm definitely going to try that. This is turning into quite the adventure.
I know, right? Sometimes the best weekends are the ones that just happen naturally. By the way, should we take my car to the park or do you want to meet there?
I'll take the bus from the shopping center. It stops right by the park, so it's actually very convenient for me.
Sounds like a plan. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow now. It's going to be such a great day.
Me too. Thanks for including me in all your plans. I was worried I'd spend the afternoon just watching TV at home.
Never. Friends should stick together on weekends. Plus, my mom will be thrilled to have another person to feed.
This sounds like the perfect Saturday. I can't wait. See you tomorrow then.
Absolutely. It's going to be awesome. Sleep well tonight.
What a lovely conversation. Did you notice how Sarah and Tom mixed going to for their planned activities with will for spontaneous decisions and predictions? And they also used simple present and past tenses naturally throughout their chat. This is how real conversations flow. Not every sentence needs will or going to. Now, let's take a closer look at some key moments from Sarah and Tom's chat. First, notice how Tom said, "I'm going to sleep in first." This shows a clear plan he made beforehand. He already decided he wants to rest after his busy week.
Great observation. And then Sarah mentioned, "I promised my sister I'd help her move." She's using past tense to explain a commitment she made earlier. But when Tom asked, "Will it take long?" he's making a prediction about the future duration.
Exactly. Now, here's something interesting. When Tom suddenly remembered about his mom's dinner and said, "I'll text my mom right now," that's a perfect example of a spontaneous decision made at the moment of speaking.
I love that example. And speaking of plans, Sarah said, "I'm going to meet my cousin at the shopping center around 2 p.m. This was clearly arranged beforehand. But notice how she then said, "I'm not sure what we'll do there," using simple future without will or going to.
That's a great observation, Mia. Native speakers often use different structures for variety. Another thing I noticed was Tom's prediction. The weather forecast says it's going to be sunny and warm. When we talk about weather forecasts, we often use going to because it's based on evidence.
Absolutely. And then Sarah made a spontaneous decision. "I'll bring some water bottles for everyone." She wasn't planning this before. The idea just came to her during the conversation.
Perfect example. Now, here's something many students find tricky. Sometimes we use will for habits or repeated actions. When Tom said, "We'll probably end up chatting until 10 or 11, he's describing what his family typically does during dinners.
That's a good point. And did everyone catch how natural their conversation sounded? They used contractions like I'll, we'll, and it's. This is super common in spoken English and makes everything flow better.
Definitely. Another thing worth noting is how they mixed time expressions. Sarah said around 2 p.m. and Tom mentioned around 3:30. Using around makes plans sound more flexible and natural.
And let's not forget about Tom's invitation. When he said, "You should come," he's making a suggestion, and then, "I'm sure my mom won't mind," shows he's confident about his prediction.
Exactly. One last thing. Notice how they ended their conversation. Tom said, "It's going to be such a great day," and "It's going to be awesome." These are predictions based on their excitement and the plans they've made.
This conversation is a perfect example of how English speakers naturally switch between different future forms without thinking about grammar rules. They choose the form that best expresses their intention in each moment.
The key takeaway here is that both will and going to can often be used in the same situation, but they give slightly different feelings to your message. Practice listening for these differences, and soon you'll start using them naturally too. Now let's listen to our second conversation. This time we have two colleagues, Emma and David, talking about their work plans for tomorrow. Notice how the context changes the way they use future tenses.
That's right. Work conversations often involve more structured plans and commitments. Let's see how Emma and David handled their Monday morning discussion.
Good morning, David. Ready for another busy week?
Morning, Emma. Well, I'm going to try my best. I have that big presentation tomorrow, remember? I'm going to spend most of today preparing for it.
Oh, right. The marketing proposal. How's it coming along? Are you feeling confident about it?
Honestly, I'm a bit nervous. The slides are almost ready, but I think I'll practice my speech a few more times tonight. Mr. Johnson will be there, and you know how he asks tough questions.
Don't worry, you'll do great. I'm sure the team will love your ideas. By the way, what time is your presentation scheduled for tomorrow?
It starts at 10 a.m. sharp. I'm going to arrive at the office early, probably around 8:30, to set up everything properly and test the projector.
Smart thinking. I hate when technology fails during important meetings. Speaking of tomorrow, I'm going to be quite busy too. I have 3 client calls scheduled throughout the day.
3 calls? That sounds intense. Are they all new clients?
2 are existing clients, but 1 is completely new. I'm meeting with the new client first thing in the morning. Well, actually, it's a video call since they're based in Chicago.
Video calls can be tricky sometimes. The connection might be unstable or the audio could cut out.
I know, right? That's why I'm going to test my internet connection tonight and make sure my headset works properly. I'll also prepare backup plans just in case.
Good idea. What about lunch tomorrow? Are we still going to that new Italian restaurant?
Oh, I completely forgot. I'm not sure if I'll have time. My second client call is scheduled for 1 p.m., and you know how these things can run over.
No worries. We can reschedule. Actually, I'll probably grab a quick sandwich at my desk anyway. I want to review my presentation notes one more time before the afternoon meetings.
Wait, you have more meetings after your presentation?
Unfortunately, yes. The whole team is going to discuss the quarterly budget at 3 p.m. It's going to be a long day, but at least we'll finish early on Friday to make up for it.
That's something to look forward to. I think I'll leave early on Friday, too. My brother is visiting from out of town, and we're going to catch up over dinner.
That sounds nice. Family time is so important. I'm probably going to spend my weekend working in the garden. The weather forecast says it'll be perfect for planting those new flowers I bought.
Gardening sounds relaxing. I might join you if I finish all my reports on time. I still need to complete the Johnson account summary.
You're welcome anytime. I'll text you Friday afternoon and let you know how the garden project is going.
Perfect. Well, I should get back to preparing for these calls. Good luck with your presentation tomorrow, David.
Thanks, Emma. I'm sure everything will go smoothly. See you later.
What a different vibe compared to our first conversation. Emma and David's workplace chat shows how going to becomes really useful for scheduled activities and professional commitments.
Absolutely. Notice how David said, I'm going to arrive at the office early, and I'm going to spend most of today preparing. These are deliberate work plans, not spontaneous weekend ideas like we heard with Sarah and Tom.
And Emma's approach was very organized, too. I'm going to test my internet connection tonight shows professional preparation. But when David mentioned technical problems with the connection might be unstable, he used simple modal verbs to express possibility.
Great observation! Work conversations often mix future plans with potential problems and solutions. It's a really practical way to see these grammar structures in action.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode. We've explored how people naturally use will and going to when talking about tomorrow's plans.
From casual weekend hangouts with friends to organized work schedules, these future tenses help us express our intentions, make predictions, and share spontaneous decisions.
Remember, the key isn't to think about grammar rules every time you speak. Instead, listen to how native speakers use these structures naturally, just like Sarah, Tom, Emma, and David did today.
Exactly. Practice makes perfect. Try describing your own plans for tomorrow using both will and going to. You'll start feeling the difference between planned activities and spontaneous decisions.
Thanks for joining us on Max and Mia today. Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep improving your English.
Until next time, this has been Mia.
And Max, take care everyone and see you in our next episode.